Hi, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah. How you doing?
I am doing really well. You have a beautiful background. Looks like
Oh, thank you.
better than this.
I was feeling festive, so I put up a photo.
It sets a great mood for a nice
Thank you.
Thursday interview.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I guess we might as well get things started. I am Riley,
Sure.
and I'm here with Dale Stewart, bassist for Seether. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How have you been doing?
We're doing okay under the circumstances. Everything's a little crazy, but
Right.
not too bad.
All things considered, it's all right.
Yeah.
I guess my first question is, where are you hunkered down right now?
Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife and I moved here about a little over 3 years ago. We were in LA before that. So I'm very happy I'm not in a big city like that going through this. Savannah's been cool. It hasn't been that, the lockdown hasn't been that crazy, so I can still get out and fish and, occupy my time and, safely, within reason, but, just get out of the house a little bit and keep my mind straight.
That's what fishing is for. That's
It is, absolutely.
behind that. Keeps you relaxed. So it has been, a year and some months since you were here in Tucson. Last time we saw you was Pima County Fair, 2019. Yeah. Correct. So we've been missing you.
It's been a while.
Been a while, yeah. So where were you when everything was put on pause? Like, what was going on with you and Seether when you're like, wait, hold up, we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna approach 2020 now?
Yeah, absolutely. We just got our album done, actually, when everything kind of hit the fan. We started it late last year and then finished it up in sort of February, sort of mid-February-ish.
Right.
Got the album in the can and started talking about touring, and we booked some shows, and then it all kind of went downhill from there. So it kind of sucks, we have this new album, it's ready to go, and we have to sit at home now, and we don't get to go out and play these new songs for the fans, and so we're all excited to have the album, but now we can't play. It's this weird little catch, this weird
like a double-edged,
this sort of double-edged. Yeah, I mean the time off is nice, but we've just come off an extended break, so I think we're ready to get out there and play, and I don't know when that's going to happen. It might not be for a while. It might not be till 2021. I hope it's sooner, but who knows?
Kind of got to keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But because it's like you have this new album, you just recently released that first single from it, and I'm glad you're not going to just keep it, hidden away, even though you're not going to be able to go out on the road. You're still like, you know what? We have this.
Yeah, and we'd like to get it out. We're proud of this album. We think it turned out great, and we just want people to hear it. I mean, it sucks that we can't, let them hear it live and play it for people. But I think people also starved for just entertainment and new music. And if you can't go to a live show, maybe listening to some new music will kind of get you through the day. Yeah. Hopefully it helps me. So
me too. And well, I've been really digging Dangerous, this first single. It's
Thank you.
Very powerful. And so I was actually looking through your track listing for I took Latin many years ago, so let's see how I do this. Okay. Sivi pacem parabellum. If you want.
Yeah, that sounds right.
War.
I'm no expert, so to me that sounds great.
Yeah, if you say it fast enough, no one knows. But yeah, I was checking out the track listing, and I see Dangerous and Liar, Failure. Is there going to be a really deep feel to what we're getting in this next album?
Probably. I mean, there's so much going on, in the world. It's such a weird time, and even before the lockdown and everything, the lockdown just made everything worse. It just it brought everything that was probably inevitable. It just made everything kind of explode sooner, I think. But yeah, there's been all kinds of, you know, cultural problems and I don't know, just, you know, pop culture is just, it's been weird. And I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it or why it is the way it is. It's just, you know, I'm sure the internet's part of it. You know, social media, I think, is a big, you know, big part of, you know, the sort of social problems we have. And, you know, just people's mental, you know, a lot of people, I think, do have, you know, I don't want to use the term mental problems, but I think that people can almost be addicted to social media, and that causes, you know, causes issues, you know, and then depression, and, you know, which can lead to suicide, you know, these terrible things. It's, I don't know, I think it's just a combination of a lot of things, and it's just kind of coming to a head now. And I hope, you know, from here on out, it starts getting better, because it's been kind of a long time coming for, you know, things to just totally get out of control.
Yeah. Pulling off of that, I've even seen, like, you know, studies where it's, you know, social media is like designed to keep you addicted and keep you coming back to check again and again and again. And it has been causing such a surge in anxiety and depression, especially in the younger generations, including my own. So the lyrics in Dangerous really like struck a chord when it's, you know, that you only care that you're verified.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, you know, people live their, well, I don't want to generalize, but a lot of people live their lives online. You know, that's their, you know, place to, you know, come out and, you know, get behind their keyboard, and, you know, they can feel powerful because, you know, they have the anonymity to where they can say anything and not face any kind of real world ramifications. Where, you know, in the real world, you know, if you talk crap about someone, like, you might get punched in the head, and that's a good thing. You know? I think it keeps you in check.
I agree. You wouldn't have like a stranger run up and be like, "Your shirt is awful." Like, no one does that.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's real world consequences. You don't know who you're dealing with. But yeah, I think it's so easy for people to just be mean and like bully people and like this whole cancel culture and everything. It comes from such a mean, dark place. Yet it's masquerading as tolerance and you know acceptance of you know different, you know, cultures or frames, you know, points of view, or whatever the case may be. You know, so it's under this guise of tolerance and acceptance, but it's this really, really dark kind of cultural thing going on right now. It's crazy.
Because it like you said, like, it masquerades as acceptance, but in reality, you're still quieting another person, you know?
Yeah.
Still covering that.
Well, it's like, you know, it happens on both sides, I'd say, but it's like, oh, you know, it's all about acceptance, but it's like, well, no, accepting our side.
Yeah.
You know, acceptance and tolerance. If you agree, if you don't, we will destroy you and cancel you, and you know, that'll be the end of it. So it's this weird, you know, there's no tolerance at all. Actually, it's kind of a funny thing. Everything's so polarized. But again, you know, I think it largely is, you know, the loudest voices, whether it's online or Twitter or whatever. I think the loudest voices are the extremes on both ends. And I think most people, like, I find myself, I'm just kind of in the middle, like, hey, what's going on? You know, everyone's kind of losing their mind. And I'd like to think that the average, you know, American or just, you know, the average person, because this cultural thing's going on in Australia, UK, you know, all over, it's going on. I think the average person is just, you know, somewhat normal, somewhat kind of in the middle, you know, and just kind of wants the best for everyone. And but you get these fringes, and you know, their voices get amplified, unfortunately, and the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And
exactly.
so it's easy to think, oh, everyone's gone crazy, but I think it's a minority that's gone crazy. And
it feels very loud.
If they screech so loudly, it's all you hear.
For sure, yeah. No, and that, I watched the music video a couple of times just because that animation blew my mind. I watching it, I wasn't expecting it to go that direction when I, when I watched the music video, but then when it did, I was just left there like, I gotta watch this again. What I just see. So I'm kind of curious, was your idea for doing like an animated music video, did that come post pandemic, or was that something you already were kind of toying with that idea?
It's something we've spoken about because it's, there's something cool about not having the band in the video. We are in most of the videos, so that's traditionally how you do it. But now with the pandemic, we were kind of forced to do it, but it's not something we're like, oh, we really wish we could be in that video. It would have been so much better. I don't think it would have, if we were. So it's cool, the animation is cool. It's it's a little rough, a little sort of grainy. It's a little dark. Yeah, my mom yesterday, she was like, oh, I don't know how to feel about the video. I was like, it's a little dark, but it's meant to be a little dark and a little little edgy, I guess.
Sometimes it's comfortable. Start thinking, like once you hit that, right. Like this makes me feel weird. Why?
Right. Why do I feel weird?
Why do I have these feelings?
But why do I like it? That's the real question.
Why am I into this? So this is actually the first album with Corey Lowry. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, Corey. He started touring with us on this last album cycle, and I mean we've known Corey for years, in various bands he's been in, and we've been good friends. And his brother Clint was who is a guitar player for Seven Dust. He was actually out with us before Seven Dust was on a bit of a break, and he came out and did a run with us and said, okay, Seven Dust is firing back up, but Corey's free. We're like, but Corey plays bass. And I didn't realize what a good guitar player Corey was. I've always known him as the bass player in bands that we've toured with and stuff. But he's a great guitar player. Does great backing vocals. And then as an added bonus, he's a really good engineer and producer in his own right. So allows us to really do a lot of stuff in house in terms of recording and that technical stuff. He's very knowledgeable about that stuff. I don't know anything about recording. I'm surprised I got on the Zoom call successfully. That's about the extent of my technological prowess, but he's really clued up with that stuff. And so he's kind of a jack of all trades. It's a really good fit, and we're old friends, so that's the main thing.
You have that like connection that makes the the band work.
Yeah, well, a lot of people ask, oh, it's you had this member, and musically how was it hard to gel? And I almost feel like the musically part isn't even that important, because anyone who does this for a living, or anyone whose name gets put out when you are looking for a band member or something. I mean, everyone can play. Everyone's talented. But you can't necessarily live with everyone, so you need to find that person who you want to be on a tour bus with for weeks on end, and who can you live with. That's more important than how good of a player is he, or that kind of stuff, or at least as important. To me, it's more important, just the social aspect.
Versus with a jerk.
Well, that's the thing, you don't want to like get a guy in a band and you don't really know this person. You're on a bus and like 2 weeks in, you're like, oh man, this guy sucks. What do we do now? So it's that's the the bonus of touring with your friends. Like, hey, let's get our buddy and he'll come out and it'll be fun. We'll play shows. Because it needs to be fun. Touring needs to be fun. I feel like if you're not having fun, if you're miserable out there, something's wrong. You need to, you either need to take a break or just pack it in altogether. But, you got to make it fun and keep it cool.
For sure. I mean, if you're not having fun, what's the point in doing it?
Well, that's the thing, and it's not for everyone. You know, I think there's a certain romance, you know, that people think about, you know, when they think about touring and, you know, life on the road. Oh, it must be so cool, and it is, you know, but a lot of people don't like it. You know, we've had people in this band that hated it and made them miserable, and then that kind of, you know, puts a damper on everything. It takes a specific kind of person to live out of a suitcase, you know, be on the road, have an erratic sleep schedule, you know, constantly be away from their children or wife or girlfriend or whatever the case may be. It's it does take a lot of sacrifice to do what we do, but you know, once you cut your teeth, or once you, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Once you become that person, or once you really make that your life, it's hard to live without. Like, it's awesome to come home, like at the end of a tour. It's so great to sleep in your bed, but always in the back of your mind, you're kind of thinking like, we need to get back out there. We need to do some more shows. We need to, you know, we need to go play this place. We need to go to Europe. Like, whatever the case is, you always, you know, that little wheel, those little gears in the back of your head that don't completely turn off. Unless you're home for an extended period. If you're home for like 6 months, then you get like, you know, deprogrammed almost in a way. And then you're like, okay, now I can fully, you know, slip into this role of like being home. But when you're in that touring mode, like you want to go. When you're home, you almost get a little antsy, get cabin fever if you're home for, you know, more than like a week or so. It's weird. I know it sounds weird, but
Oh no, I
it's
totally
real.
get that home mode. But so I'm gonna just don't have like set touring plans yet for this new album. I'm guessing, kind of just throwing stuff out there. Do you have like, a rough idea of like even how you want to like approach this, or is it really wait and see?
It's all up in the air right now. We did have touring plans, which we would have been out right now on the road probably, but we had to cancel a bunch of stuff and just put everything on the back burner. So we're just kind of playing it by ear right now. I'm a optimist, so I'm still in the back of my mind. I'm hopeful that towards the end of the year there's going to be, this casino's, you know, booking shows, and you know, they can make people sit a seat apart. I know whatever the case is, I'm kind of hopeful, but I don't know. It could go either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, we very well might not tour until 2021. So, and then it'll be 2 years since we've been on the road. So, you know, we're itching to get out there and you know, play these new songs. Especially that's the hardest part, is to have this music and not be able to play it. So. Yeah, I'm itching to get out there.
I can imagine. Have you actually been able to like be with your bandmates at all during this, or are you all just kind of separated in your own?
We've all just been kind of doing our own thing since we wrapped up with a recording. We just went home, and you know, then there was the quarantine, and you know, the toilet paper shortage of 2020, and you know, amongst other things. Yes, I don't know when we'll get together. I guess there's no real need for us to get together now. You know, the video's done. You know, we didn't have to physically be in the same state even for that. And, you know, the album's done. So until we can play some shows, or, I don't know, maybe it would be cool to do like you know, maybe get together and do kind of like a live jam thing at some stage. That might be fun. I don't know. You know, anything can happen. But I see a lot of people doing like these Zoom jams, or what appears to be a Zoom jam. You know, presumably with the latency, you'd have to pre-record something. You couldn't do in real time. But I think maybe, you know, getting together in a room, maybe in Nashville or something, that's kind of our home base. Get together in a room there, maybe record something. That might be fun. But it's never going to be like playing live with a crowd in the room, and the noise and the buzz and the energy and everything. You know, there's nothing like it. It's something else.
Well, It'll happen. It's like
Yeah,
less than
I'm
a
not too worried. It's, you know, patience is a virtue. Virtue is a grace. We'll remain patient, and it'll open up. This too shall pass.
Now I got to try and say it again. Seaweed Pacum Parabellum is going to be coming out August 28th.
28th. Yeah.
28th, right? And it's available for pre-order now.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah, go check it out. We're proud of this one. I mean, I'm proud of all the albums we've done, but this one, I don't know. Probably everyone says that about a new album, but I really feel like this one is. I feel like it's something special. It's a lot of really good stuff on this album. A lot of really strong stuff. So I'm really excited for people to hear it, because I guess you don't really know until it gets in people's hands and you can hear what people think and maybe read some reviews and stuff. But I'm hopeful people like it. So.
Well, if it follows along with Dangerous, like it's.
Yeah, Dangerous is one of those songs. You know, every album has that song that sounds a little bit different to the rest. I feel like Dangerous is that, or one of those on this album.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of cool to come out with the first single being a little bit different to the rest, perhaps. So, but yeah, it sounds like Seether, but Seether 2.0.
That's all the time I have with you today, Dale, and I really appreciate you taking the opportunity to chat with me.
Thanks for having me.
So I know you're not. So you're originally from South Africa, is that correct? Or are you from?
Yeah.
Okay. So you celebrate the 4th of July though? While you're.
I do.
Okay, cool.
I do. I'm an American citizen. I'm a proud American citizen now. For about, I think, 4 years now.
Oh.
So yeah, any excuse to blow off fireworks and get the meat on the grill and, you know, drink too much. Any excuse to do that, I'm there. I'll be the life of the party. So
awesome.
My wife's been planning a bit of a get together, and I mean, she got a bounce house with the children and snow cone machine, and I had to draw the line. She wanted one of those dunk tanks that we could like play some sort of drinking game. I was like, I have to draw the line with the dunk tank.
Like a great idea. Why would you not let her do that?
I don't know. I'm kind of a stick in the mud, maybe.
Oh, well, you're gonna have a blast.
But it should be fun, and we've got our neighborhood. We've put together, you know, a little fireworks thing. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. That's one of my favorite holidays. That and Halloween. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again so much for talking with me, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic 4th of July.
Thanks. You too. Happy 4th.